Welcome everyone here to our sacred pause for Lammas. We see ourselves down here. I actually wrote in August because I had no idea what Kerr is. And of course, and we'll talk about that just a bit, for Rita, she is at Imbolc here. So this is our one of our mid pauses. We have our solstices and our equinoxes and then our midpoints around the clock. I was just talking with someone who doesn't know anything about anything, which is so funny to me because in my world everybody knows this stuff. And she was like, well, what is that all about? And I said, well, if you can imagine, it's a good excuse to step out of man-made time and calendars just for a minute and take a breath with Mother Earth. And so that's what we're doing. So let's open our beautiful circle here. Taking a beautiful deep breath in. Feeling your feet flat on the floor, allowing yourself to ground you in. Coming back into your body even more fully. Maybe even feeling your hips becoming heavier as you're sitting, as you can feel yourself connecting deeper into Mother Earth. Let's take another beautiful breath in and out. Bringing hands into prayer pose. Another breath in, and on the exhale, allowing your fingers to fall forward and spreading apart, separating the time, space, reality. Here at each of these pauses on the wheel of life, the veil is thinner than normal. And we're going to just leave all of the past and all of the future and even this present moment. We're going to surrender it all into the care of the great I am. The energy that creates worlds, the energy that holds us in this space. Bringing your hands back into prayer pose. And as this is a great celebration of Thanksgiving for the first harvest, just pausing here a moment in gratitude and appreciation for your life, for being here in this space. Beautiful. Calling upon all those who love us unconditionally to gather here with us this day. As we pause just a moment and connect with ourselves, with our spirit, with our guides, and ask the most burning question on our hearts this day, knowing that the answer has already been prepared and is just waiting for us to receive it. Calling on all of our sisters of the circle to gather here together, whether physically or etherically, knowing that you are here, feeling this sisterhood, feeling this connection, feeling loved, supported. Beautiful. The sacred pause of Lammas is one of the quarter turns on our wheel of life. It is the celebration of the loaf mass. That's kind of the literal translation of Lammas. And the loaf mass is the offering of the first loaf of bread that is made from this first harvest and offering it up to be blessed. Lammas falls between the summer solstice and the equinox of fall for us here in the north. And it is the beginning of the harvest season. The first grains are harvested. The trees are beginning to drop their fruit. And we're really beginning to notice that the days are shortening. So it's the thanksgiving for the harvest we're receiving as we look forward to another fall and winter. In the Celtic language, this is the word for it is log nahase or lu nahase, and it is being thankful for what the sun has provided. And for those of you who are serving, celebrating Imbolc, you are here at the midpoint between winter solstice, the deepest dark, and spring equinox, when life begins again. So you're almost there. You're almost there. I love to reflect on this quote of Henry David Thoreau. The true harvest of my life is intangible. A little stardust caught, a portion of the rainbow I have clutched. So as we take this sacred walk today, this vision walk at this turn of the wheel, take a moment to consider the bounty of your life, the true, intangible harvest that is yours. Taking a deep breath in and out. So as we look forward here to our vision walk, remembering that all of the wisdom of the past, the present, and the future is contained within you. This walk is our way to allow the ego self to step out of the way, to get the mind out of the way, and reconnect with the real you. The main purpose of a vision walk is really not to answer questions and solve problems. It is to get in a deeper touch with your deepest self. Each time you do one, you will be better acquainted with the quality of your inner voice and learn a little more about how to live an authentic life. During this meditation, you will become clear on your question. When you pick one, stick with it, and it can be any question, specific, open-ended, yes or no, but make sure it's a question that's important to you. Keep it as simple as possible, because the shorter the better. And pay attention to how you frame your question. Generally, if you frame your question in the positive, for example, how can I succeed, rather than why can't I succeed, you'll receive more positive answers. Remember to have a timer handy. We will set it for 30 minutes so that you can relax about how much time you have left. You know you're only going to walk for probably 5 to 20 minutes. But if you're still walking and the timer goes off, go ahead and return here. Let me check something. So taking another beautiful deep breath in. Here are some suggested questions. Of course, you don't need to use one of these at all, but just as some ideas here. So let's begin by taking another beautiful deep breath in and relaxing even more as you let it out. And another breath in. Feeling your shoulders relax even more. And as you inhale your next breath, breathe in the light that surrounds your body. See and feel this light of your spirit as a luminous egg, shimmering silvery gold, extending about a foot beyond your physical form, protecting and soothing, bathing your body in the light of the real you. This luminous egg is fed by the light of the sun and the spirit that moves through all things. Breathe in this light. Feel it as it enters your lungs and moves into your bloodstream. Feel it as it rushes into your heart. And feel it as it's pumped into the arteries and capillaries that feed your physical body. Let this light permeate and penetrate each and every organ, bone, muscle, and cell of your body. As you breathe in, allow yourself to be nourished by the light. As you breathe out, release any cares about the past or the future, any sense of worry or concern, any darkness or fear. Breathe in that wonderful, renewing, rejuvenating life force. And again, breathe out all that does not to remain. Anything that doesn't need any more just leaves. And allow yourself to simply sink down, down, down into the ocean of your own deeper consciousness. Now you are completely relaxed and in a deeper state of inner peace. Now imagine that you are in a control room. This control room is filled with phones and computer consoles and blinking lights. And there are lots of people typing and talking on the phone, rushing to and fro, delivering messages. And just take a moment to observe this space. Feel the amazing energy and activity here. This is the control room of your mind, and it's time to turn it off. The main power switch is over there on the wall next to the elevator. Walk over to the power switch. Good. Now reach up with one hand and grab that switch and pull it down. Watch the power go off in the control room of your mind. The lights dim and go out. The screens go blank. Everyone slumps at their desk. All activity ceases, with the exception of a few lightly blinking lights. It's dark now, and your mind is completely quiet. You won't be needing your mind for this exercise, but it will still take care of your body while you're gone. Notice that next to the power switch is an elevator with an open door. Go over to the elevator and step inside. Beautiful. You're going to take the elevator down several floors. Just push the heart-shaped button on the console, the one that says heart chamber. That's it. You're going down now. Down into the heart chamber. Down, down, down. Good. You're gently descending into a space where you are always connected to your true self, to the real you. You're about to enter a very special room, a place of infinite peace and joy, a place of unbounded creativity and wisdom. You can already feel the energy of this wondrous space emanating from the chamber as the elevator comes to a gentle stop. The elevator doors open, and you rejoice as you step slowly into your heart chamber. You feel bathed in peace and love. Allow yourself to feel the deep joy of this homecoming. Now walk deeper into this space of truth and take your time. Notice what the chamber looks like. Notice how it feels. And allow yourself to absorb its wonderful energy. This is the core of your being, the heart of the real you. Take another moment to savor this room. Feel your intimate connection to the earth and all creation, to plants, animals, planets, and stars. Feel your oneness with and your deep love for all humanity. Notice the portals to the past and the future. Gaze at the magical doorways that give you access to all of the wisdom of the universe. Now look toward the middle of your heart chamber. In the very center is a plush, reclining couch, perfectly formed to fit your body. Glide over and take a closer look. Notice the color, the shape, the texture of this beautiful couch. Reach out and feel its softness. Now sit down and relax in this couch, sinking into it and observing your chamber. Never have you felt so deeply peaceful and relaxed. As you lie back on the couch, close your eyes and allow yourself to formulate your question, allowing this question to just come to you, keeping it short and simple. This is the question that is most important to you, the question you most want to answer right now. You know what it is. If you feel like you have forgotten it, relax. It will come to you. During the next few minutes, allow that question to become a part of you. Focus on your question and nothing else. Dwell on it. Feel it. Repeat it over and over like a mantra. Allow it to permeate your whole body. Allow it to seep into every cell. Become your question. We will take a few moments here in silence to do this. Okay, now that your question is very clear, and now that it's contained within your entire body, begin to draw the energy of your question into your lungs. With each in-breath, see and feel the energy of your question pulling in from your extremities and compacting into your lungs. It's coming in now from your fingers and your toes, from your arms and legs, from your head, your chest, your abdomen. The energy of your question pulls in and compacts into a ball in the center of your lungs. Notice its color and shape. Notice how it spins as it draws more energy into itself. Keep drawing it in until all of the energy of your question is contained within this ball in the center of your lungs. Now all of the energy of your question is right there inside your lungs. Now imagine that you're holding a deflated yellow balloon in the fingers of one hand. A flat, yellow, deflated balloon. You can feel the rubbery texture of it in your fingers. And when you're ready, lift the balloon to your lips and blow the energy of your question into it. That's right. Just blow up the balloon. The energy of your question is leaving your lungs and filling the balloon with helium. Feel it going out and watch the balloon expand as you blow. 3 or 4 good breaths should do it. There you go. Now the balloon is fully inflated and all the energy of your question is inside. And you can feel this balloon straining to lift into the sky. But hold on to it for just a moment more. Allow your balloon to magically tie a knot in itself before you let it go. Feel the texture of the balloon in your hands. Hear the rubbery, hollow sound of your fingers scraping against the fully inflated balloon. Now imagine colorful streamers are attached to the balloon. It's so much fun. You'll be able to see your balloon more visibly in the air. Oh, your balloon is straining to take off now. But before you let it go, see your question written clearly on the side of that balloon in big, bold letters. Now at last, hold your decorated balloon aloft in your hand. Let it go. There it goes. Look, look, up in the sky. Watching it sail away, up, 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 bobbing and sailing in the wind now, up into the clouds. It's getting smaller and smaller, rising into the clear blue sky. The writing is barely visible now, getting smaller and smaller. Now the balloon becomes a dot and simply disappears. At last, Your question has been released. It has been sent and delivered to the source of all, where all questions are immediately answered. It's as easy as ask and receive. The answer to your question has already been sent. All you have to do is find it. And in a moment, you're going to open your eyes and listen to your heart. If it tells you to meditate, stay and meditate. If it tells you to walk to the parking lot, walk to the parking lot. If it tells you to go outside and wander, then go outside and wander. If you're inside, glide from room to room. Walk as though you're floating in a dream, whether in your meditation, in your home, in the room, or outside. You're in a dream. Be relaxed, but pay attention to the things around you, and you will receive your answer in a way that is just right for you. It will be given in something you see or hear, smell or taste or touch, maybe even something you feel or do. Don't prejudge how the answer will come. Know it will be very specific, clear, and unmistakable. Now open your eyes and prepare to begin your walk. You'll walk for 5 to 20 minutes and no more than 30. When you get your answer, take a moment to savor it. Feel the magic and the wonder of the process. Appreciate the wisdom of the real you, the no self that is unbounded by space and time or limitations. Open your heart in gratitude. And when you're ready, return here and journal about your experience using the prompts that will be waiting for you. And after you complete gathering your experience in your journal, share in the chat that you're complete. And when everyone is ready, those who wish can share their experience. So let's start our timers. Let's begin. Enjoy your walk. Beautiful, beautiful. There's another, just another path. Right, how did it go? Who wants to share their experience or what they received?
Hi. Let's see here.
There you are. Hello.
Hello. What a wonderful experience.
Wonderful. Did you want to share more about it?
I'm happy to, yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to hear.
So we have robins around here. The first year we were here, there were lots and lots of robins and nests and babies, and oh, it was wonderful. And then last year, this little dog next door kept finding the little fledglings and killing them. It was really horrible. So this year we've been so protective of all the nests. Well, you know, they've come and gone, but there's this one late bloomer, tiny little robin. I mean, you wouldn't even think it was a robin because she's just so little. And so she has 3 little fledglings up. Well, they're not out yet, but they're, you know, they're up there, and it's really great because their voices they're so tiny, and but together they make sound. And my question was about my business, and I've aligned myself with 2 other people presently to create something, and there's been conflict, right? You know me, Roz, I am a difficult person. So
another word for it, but okay.
So anyway, here are my writings. It's like, first of all, this small late robin, I was connecting to her because I often feel like I'm kind of late to the game. But there are, in the nest, there are 3 viable little birdies. They have their tiny little voices, but all together they can be heard. They're fed, they're high up, they have shelter, they have fresh food to eat every day. They soon they will learn to leave their nest and grow and find their own food. This is just a moment in time while they're all in the same space, keeping themselves cozy and safe in a space that was created for them to incubate, hatch, feed, shit, and grow. And I thought, yeah. So that's what's, and the shitting is part of the process, right? So that's, yeah, it's all getting out the unnecessaries, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't nurture us. So anyway, it's cool. It was
yeah, it's kind of like how do we know what's not needed anymore if it never comes to the surface? And yeah, it's nice to think that one day we will ascend to the point where it doesn't have to come through conflict and struggle. Not there yet.
Right.
And the other side of it is, I'm in this other thing, and we went through the whole metaphor of the butterfly again. And, you know, one of the biggest aha for me, which I didn't know till just like last year or so, is that when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it literally dissolves into liquid. The caterpillar isn't technically all of a sudden shrinking and growing wings. No, the caterpillar is just melting into this liquid that then from that, this butterfly grows. But to what we're saying here, it's the idea that if a butterfly is freed from that cocoon and doesn't have to struggle its way out of the cocoon, it will die. because it strengthens its wings strong enough to grow through the process that we call struggling. I think Sophia just dropped that. You people are the only ones that label that struggle. But through the process of breaking that last bit and that pupae or larva, whatever, apart, that's what gives them the strength to then use the wings for what they're intended for. So as we navigate these places that we've decided are difficult, so that we're strong enough to do the things that we're called to do. Holding that differently. We're such funny creatures. Phyllis, how was your experience?
I was going to say to Kathleen, what you just remarked about, I feel a lot of energy around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a great reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as I think about narrating my book and creating an audio of this next book, I got to learn to use my voice. And so my question was, how can I learn to use my voice more, like in all areas? And I had this dream earlier this morning that I was advocating for these workers who normally would say, like, yes, sir, I will do that, to do some physical labor that could injure them. And I said, it's not worth them injuring themselves or their backs or whatever, because they were going to lift this water to some tower, whatever it was. And I was there just like, okay, that's not worth doing. And it was like, matter of fact, it was no big deal. I was like, whoa, like, where'd that come from? But this has been on my mind as I'm working. Like, that is a significant goal of mine, is to create the audiobook. And during this meditation, it wasn't a walking meditation for me, it was just a meditation. The word came to me, resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
So I have resources. And then there's a course that I've been going through on learning how to do audiobooks, and in it, it's got a YouTube video, like voice warm-ups, like singers would use, and to do that before recording. And I tried it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am the constriction. So Roz, we got some work to do.
If I can share what popped for me, when you shared about the workers who were going to lift this water and you went, no, that's not necessary. I literally saw you showing them there are resources to lift water versus humans and their backs, and that you were going to show them. And what it popped for me was, 1 million people can read your book. It does not have to be you physically reading the book. You have resources. Have someone that does it do it. Now, I have no problem with you practicing your voice and deconstricting your throat, but you don't have to be the one that actually reads your book. So
yeah, although I have written it from day one, knowing that I wanted to record it, and having the author record it connects the reader to the author so much more than having somebody else do it.
Yeah. As long as you're doing your work, because I don't know if y'all remember, but there were, have you ever tried to listen to an Abraham that Jerry read? Yeah, you can't do it. It is.
But he wasn't the author.
Bless his heart, but
Right.
he was not the right person to
Well, if
be reading that book.
if I try it and I absolutely hate it, then I'll figure out like
Yeah.
another path.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
kind of,
love, and I love how serendipitously it was that this course just popped right when you're ready for it. And yeah.
yeah.
So,
So I have a little list of other things that I can do, and
cool.
so I have resources.
Yes. Absolutely. So how do you feel? Because for me, what we're doing here is we take these vision walks on each turn for like, okay, yes, the rest of my life, but for this next season, this next 6 weeks. So how are you feeling about the next 6 weeks?
The energy of this felt so good that I wanted to just stay in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
I feel like the timing is really good, and that I got what I needed.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, my walk, it was a nice little, I did something I've never done before, and I got my arm itching again. I've gotten to the point where I don't know what's going on, but I go outside and my arm starts itching. You may have something to that, but we have 3 stands of, apparently they're not real bamboo, but they look like bamboo. So whatever we grow here in the South, it looks like bamboo. We have 3 stands. There's 3 different types. And so I had to watch out for this one little batch of poison ivy. But I went for a walk in my bamboo field. And I've never done it all these years. I mean, I see them there and I love them and I look at them, but I've never actually walked into them. So that was kind of interesting. Had nothing to do with what was happening here today, but I'm like, well, I'm out here, I might as well do that. There wasn't so much a real clear question because, and that was kind of the answer. I made 2 big decisions that have been kind of weighing on me. Well, not weighing on me. I've needed to make a yes or no decision about 2 different things that are kind of monumental. And I just kept dithering with them. And within the 28th and the 29th, I said yes to both. And it was just like, so that's what's been going on. It was the indecision. Because even if I had said no, that the decision would have been made. And it wasn't things that were on my mind every single second. So anyway, I came back and did an art because I wasn't getting any flow. So basically from this, I got kind of a C looking shape. I have y'all's chat, of course, I can't see what I'm showing you. A C looking shape in joyous aliveness and a grounded circle. And then in here, the second was, it's, my pyramids, I do them all the time. That's in, so it's kind of a pyramid that goes into the circle. And that one for me today means mellow and calm. So calm. And then this luminoscape, but it's from earth up and down. And I'm just looking at it with y'all now as I see spirit's part's bigger than my part, if you will. And then that's in blue. Actually, it's not. It's in turquoise, which is one of my words that has a long description. Turquoise is calming, wisdom, spiritually grounding, wholeness, creativity, intuition, and loyalty. And so it feels to me as though for one of the first times in my life, which is awesome, I don't have a giant question. I don't have oh my God, what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about that? What should I do now? It's like I'm in the current and we're just moving ahead. And so that felt good. So it felt like out of this joyous aliveness, allow myself to stay calm and mellow about all of it. You know what I'm talking about, Chris, Kathleen. And I'm going to create this beautiful circle in these 2 new things I'm doing that is grounded. It's not going to be whatever kind of circle it could have been. It's going to be grounded. And from that is going to come there. It's going to be long lasting. In other words, is what the luminoscape was for. So I say yes, yes, yes. What's my term? Hell yeah. I did want to share with you here a couple things that Tanya Gabrielle sent around this conjunction that we're in the middle of. And it's how to put it. The actual conjunction where Mars is all tied up with it and all lasts from yesterday through today. And then Mars will slowly be moving out and somebody else will be moving in. Venus has actually been activated, which is awesome because that's bringing us some more love, more beauty, so that all of these things that, oh my God, what could go wrong, doesn't matter because it's all going to turn out beautifully right. And the thing that's the conjunction that they are forming is at 18 degrees. So Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Taurus are all at 18 degrees in this moment. They're up there doing their thing. 18 is a strong invitation to release lingering emotions and helplessness, to lighten your load and fire up your life with faith and confidence. And I like that idea of we are not helpless. And it feels like all three of us in our own unique way got that message today. You got your nest, your I want to say, I'm saying it like the container that's going to grow everything you're doing, Christine, was given to you. It was built by higher hands. You didn't have to build this bird nest. You didn't have to build this nest. And though you have worked on it, because that mama bird flew many, many times, dragging God knows what up there to pull that thing together. Yes, you have put pieces and parts together, but the innate wisdom of it, you had to have the ability to do it. And now you've pulled some people in and y'all together, the voice will go out big, and then you're going to create this thing, and then each of you will fly off and be even bigger and better than you ever were. And you have resources. Everything you need, you already have. That's the message I kept getting. Everything I need, I already have. And if I need something, I'll buy it. Just say it. Because it's available. It's there. It's whatever I need, I have. So what the other thing she's saying is that freedom-loving Uranus joins fiery, passionate Mars, and it has a major liberating impact. So these two planets will speed up the pace of life. So we're kind of feeling that. But what for me it's feeling like is, yes, let's go. Not a, in fact, the other day, y'all are gonna laugh. I hope you laugh. Something else, I did something else. I'm learning to play the American Indian flute. I can't wait to be able to do it on circle. And I'm like, wait, why am I not feeling overwhelmed? I've got all these new things that I'm adding on to all the stuff. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, and then I wait, stop looking for it. That feeling of overwhelm and how in the world am I going to do all this stuff? It's just, it's gone. It has dissipated. And it's like, I will do whatever I'm drawn to do in that moment. And it's all going to be perfect. Intuition, which is Uranus, instinct, which is Mars, helps you break through resistance and heaviness by inspiring you to listen to your inner navigation system, which is only active in the present moment. So that when we're like, I don't know what to do, we're not in the present moment. We've wandered in the past, or we've wandered out there past the leading edge. So when we recognize, and she doesn't mean present moment as in during this conjunction, but it's the present moment mindfulness where your intuition is available to you. And that's always available to you. When we add the North Node to these two, it means the more you flow with the forward momentum, the greater the blessings. So the more we just let ourselves move forward in whatever we've already started, the blessings are going to be extended. All right. So I'm going to close the records and I'll be right back for diamonds. Beautiful. Kathleen, what is your diamond, dear?
Resources, baby. Absolutely. And that being a late bloomer doesn't mean you can't have, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. Phyllis?
The reminder I am resourceful.
Yes. Yes. I like this feeling of we are resourced. Just feels so good. All right. So I'm going to invite you to take the first step based on your answer and watch your life as it blooms and blossoms. I'm so excited for this next 6 weeks, this end of summertime here for us. So remember that we have made major connections with all that is. The veil is thinner, so drink plenty of water, listen to your body, ground, do whatever it is that you need to do to stay powerfully here during this time. So let us thank those who joined us today. Thanking and releasing all of those who love us unconditionally, who have gathered here with us. Thanking and bowing in honor to all of our sisters here in the temple. Beautiful. So we're turning energy now. Any energy in your field that belongs to someone else, we return it to sender with love and consciousness. Deep breath in. Return it. The energy in your field that belongs to something else. We just release all of that to be transmuted back into love. Taking a deep breath in. Release it. Beautiful. Now calling all of your own energy back to your field. Deep breath. Allowing it to ride your breath. And again, letting it settle in right where it belongs. Beautiful. And one final time, ending in a hug. And sharing with your energy. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. It's with great joy and pleasure and happiness, joyous aliveness, that I declare our circle here today complete. Namaste, my friends.